At Ease Soldiers. I just realized that the shirt, because it's black, just blends into the background. Looks like I'm just like not wearing a shirt. Oh well, I'm talking about sexy books. Happy Valentine's Day to all my subscribers! I don't really understand the whole idea of Valentine's Day. Like, I made such a huge deal of it when I was younger because, you know, oh my god, you're single on Valentine's Day? And now, for the 1 year that I'm actually in a relationship on Valentine's Day, I just don't give a crap. I'm more like a February 15th girl, because that means all that chocolate is on sale! So just saying, if you don't have someone for Valentine's Day, do not feel bad, because you know what? It's the exact same as every other day. If you are in a relationship on Valentine's Day, good for you. But if you're not, it's no big deal, because books are really the best friends of all. Do you know how many book boyfriends I have? Like, it's freaking ridiculous. I'm simultaneously dating like 8 guys, and none of them know I exist. So for today's slightly sexy Valentine's Day video, I want to go over 3 sweet, romantic, adorable reads and 3 sexy books. So let's start with the sweet books, the adorable, romancy, gooey, gushy Valentine's Day reads that you can go down to your store, buy, and read in a day. The first adorable romance book I'm going to recommend is Things We Know by Heart by Jessica Kirby. Our main character, Quinn, has recently lost her long-term boyfriend in a car accident, and this boy was like the first love of her life. They were best friends, they did everything together, so she is grieving him. However, he was also an organ donor, so all of his organs have gone to other people now, and she falls in love with the boy who has his heart. Like, slightly morbid, mostly romantic. I really loved this book. It was super adorable. It was very sweet. It dealt with grief very nicely. It dealt with love very nicely. And I also especially liked how at the beginning of each chapter there's a little blurb about information on organ donation if that's something that you're interested in or want to learn more about. The second adorable lovey romance is Never Always Sometimes by Adi Alsed. This is about best friends Dave and Julia that when they were younger they wrote a never list of things that they would never ever do, like dye your hair green and go to prom and like that kind of thing. And as they finish their senior year, they start to look at this list and say, why don't we do some things on it? So they go on this hilarious adventure, and there's truths and dares and funny things that happen and lots of road trips. I really liked how it ended up, and it wasn't just a typical like boy gets girl in the end kind of oh, is that a spoiler? It's not really a spoiler. That's not quite the typical like boy doesn't or boy gets girl or boy doesn't get. You'll figure it out, just read it. Number 3 of adorable romances is The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight by Jennifer E. Smith. This revolves around a girl named Hadley who gets stuck at an airport after missing her flight, meets a cute boy at the airport, and then goes on a plane trip with him because he just happens to be in her row. Then at the end of the flight they both lose track of each other in the airport, and, you know, chaos and adorableness ensues as they try and find each other and figure out if they're gonna be the ones for each other and fall in love. Jennifer E. Smith does these like one-shot, really cutesy, sugary, sweet, adorable romances really, really well, and both characters were just like hilarious and adorable and totally not real, but you know, it was still nice to read this anyway. This one's really thin, so if you need like a real quick, down and dirty, quick and dirty, but like fast and sweet metaphor, it's a short book. You can pick this up on Valentine's Day and then read it on Valentine's Day and finish it by Valentine's Day Eve. And then, you know, just like squee of adorable. Alright, now for the sexy books, because I'm pretty sure that's what everyone's here for actually. And I'm not gonna put any like typical romance books in here because that's a whole other genre that's not technically what I read too much of, and also that's not really like what this channel is. So I'm just gonna put some new adult and YA stuff, and if you read romance, just, well, I mean, leave some down below. See what happens. The first CB book that I want to recommend is the Deeper Duology by Robin York, which is one of my favorite series, and not just because there's some sexy times in it. Like, this is so well written, the characters are intensely developed. This is about Caroline, a girl whose ex-boyfriend shares their sex photos on the internet, and basically her life spiraling out of control because of this decision. And the other main character, his name is West, and he's another student at the college they both go to who has heard about what's happened, and this is not a typical like the boy saves the girl and like helps all of her problems and like goes and beats up the boyfriend and yay, fall in love. Like, no. The characters are so interesting, and it is a double point of view, and you can definitely tell which character is which. And then, okay, yeah, there's like a good couple makeout scenes and like, etc. The second sexy book I want to recommend is one of my favorite books actually, and it was one of my favorite books of 2016, and that is Nevernight by J. Kristoff. Assassins in an Italian-based world with like intense world building that's so freaking good, and then like, you know, a little bit of romance, but like a death elimination school competition. It's real good, it's real good. You want to read it for everything, not just the sexy parts. There are some sexy scenes in here, and I really like them because not only the way that they're written is just fantastic, whew, also more about the power that attraction has over people, so I really like the way that they work that into the first, like, romance scene between the two main characters. And third on my sexy books list are Sarah J. Maas's A Court of Thorns and Roses and A Court of Mist and Fury, because, like, some stuff goes down in this one and then stuff goes down in this one. Pun not intended, but, like, totally intended. Oh my god, my mom's watching this. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sure all of you know A Court of Thorns and Roses because this is a very popular series, very popular here on my channel, but this is like fairy retelling of Beauty and the Beast, and then it just goes out of control from that point. It's such a cool fae world. Court of Wings and Whirlwind comes out very soon, and I'm really, really excited. Ah, the cover is so freaking gorgeous. I want it on my shelf. Ah! Anyway, sexy times do occur in these books, especially in A Court of Mist and Fury. I like how I went to a book club and we talked about it and everyone was like, chapter 55 though? Like, you know the part. And I also really like how Sarah J. Maas writes any of her romance scenes because it's not just like sex, 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 like it's actually works into the plot line. It's not just there for the sake of being there. So if you're looking for like a romancy fantasy series, I definitely recommend this. So there you go. If you want sweet or sexy for Valentine's Day, you have some options now. Know what to pick. I hope some of my recommendations hit the spot. Oh my god. Pun not intended, but like totally intended. This is so off-brand. This is so off-brand. You know what? That's okay. We're gonna go for it. It's cool. Regardless of your relationship status on Valentine's Day, I hope you guys have a good one. Eat all the chocolate. Write all the love poetry. Hope you guys are having a good day wherever you are, and I will see you all next week. Bye!